Hi there and welcome back to my channel. My name's Anna and in today's video I am working with my alcohol markers. These are the Ohuhu brush markers. I think it was a set of 48 if I'm not mistaken, and I bought them just before Christmas, an early Christmas present for myself. And I've done a few projects already, and today I'm working on a little hummingbird. This was one of the suggestions of what I could draw that were given to me over on Instagram, and this suggestion was actually from my colleague. So today this is what we're doing. I'm actually using a new microphone today, so I'm curious to find out if my audio has improved in any way. So you can let me know in the comments below if you like. And if you enjoy the video, remember to give me a thumbs up and to subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Anyway, as you can see, I have sketched out the little hummingbird, and actually I did this twice because I painted in the background, or I drew in the background with the markers, and I did not like what this looked like, and I just kind of traced my initial drawing onto a second page. So that's what's going to happen somewhere later in the video. But just now I'm sketching it out, and unfortunately I didn't place him perfectly, or he's a little too large, so his wing is a little cut off on the side, but I still don't think that's a problem. Here you can see me trying to decide on what colors to use. I have a little color chart that I keep with my pens. And yeah, here's me trying to block in the background. I haven't quite figured out how to make a blurry background. There, I discarded it, and I just didn't use a background for this. So now I'm starting to work on the wing, and I'm using two green markers mainly for this at the moment. I'm using a warmer kind of green, a yellow green, which is slightly darker and has a mossy color. And I'm also using a light cooler green. I'm just kind of blocking in these on the wing currently, not doing a terribly much blending at the moment yet. It's also difficult to blend on this project because the areas are just so small. It's easier on the larger feathers. Now I'm kind of sketching out the feathers with medium grey, and I'm adding in some mauve, and I am blending these colours into each other a little bit, blending the lighter mauve into the somewhat darker grey. I'm going in with a darker grey now to add some shadows and some contrast. Also adding some little details on the smaller feathers. And I'm blending it all out with a light yellow green. Some more mauve, some more grey, blending it all together again. Also putting in some blue. This one is a cooler blue, and here I'm starting to work on the tail feathers using two yellow greens, blending them into each other. And here's a bit of a turquoise color and some brown. It's all going so fast it's hard to narrate. I'm using a warmer blue now to add some details on the feathers, and I'm kind of layering the colors over each other as well, kind of changing the hues that way. These colors do layer nicely. That gives a nice effect. Working on the left hand wing now. I've blended some yellow greens into each other, the lighter and the darker one. Added some blue over it and some more green, some more yellow green. Adding in some grey and some mauve, blending them into each other. I'm using a very light grey for this. Sometimes I just add blue over another colour to give a bit of a shade, or sometimes I'll also just use a lighter grey or a darker grey depending. I've added the shadow of the body of the bird over the left hand feathers, wing feathers there as well. Now I'm blocking in some feathers on the body of the bird, on the back part of the body, using a cooler blue, and now I'm using a warmer blue to give those feathers some more shape. These feathers on the body are very small, they're just kind of blocky little structures. And basically I'm using 2 colours for the feathers. Here I'm doing some green feathers, so I'll use a lighter and a darker green, and with the blue ones I use 2 tones of blue. Now I'm sketching in the feathers on the chest, just kind of using some relatively straight lines, and mostly I'm using some grey and mauve colours, leaving a bit of a highlight on the middle part of the chest. Or will be leaving it. The chest gets a lot darker as we go along. Now I'm blocking in the tail feathers. I've used some mauve, and now I'm putting in some pink on the other side of the feather, and that pink is just way too strong. Going over it with some mauve and then with some darker red. And I'm using dark grey, and I'm blending it all into each other. Smaller tail feathers I'm just kind of blocking in as kind of U shapes with light and dark grey. Might have gone a little too dark on some areas, but I guess the reference did call for it. A lot of the time if I want to blend, I will use a very light grey colour, and I'm going on over other colours. So I've blocked in most of the chest area now, and I'm darkening it up. I'm even using some black here. I'm blending it out with some lighter grey, or medium grey anyway. Adding a bit of pink to different areas of the wings, and a little bit of yellowy brown. And here I'm using a darker ultramarine type of colour for more details on the feathers on the back of the bird, or the side, whatever. Taking different grey shades of green and blue, and now I'm using some black again to add more detail and to deepen the colours. In the end, I think the chest area did turn out very dark. Perhaps I could have gone a little lighter there, maybe just left out the black and just used the dark grey. The top of the head is more of a yellowy brown colour. I'm blocking that in now and darkening it with some grey, painting in the beak with grey purple and some light grey. And I'm nearly finished at this point, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and please let me know what you think of my little bird and if you painted along. I hope to find the source material for the reference, and I will link that below if I can find it. Here I'm adding in some little detail with my coloured pencils, trying to add some highlights with the white where I might have gone a little too dark. I don't know if it made it terribly much of a difference. Maybe it did. I am happy with how this bird turned out in the end. A little bit too dark, but still very cute. And the white highlight on the eye, of course. I think I used a gel pen for that. Anyway, as I said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, hope you painted along. And I hope to see you again soon in one of my next videos. Bye bye!